Reality is not a rock. It's a wave. Part 2. Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. And this is part 2 of the discussion that I started yesterday, that reality is not a rock. In other words, not unchangeable, not immovable. It's actually a wave, a vibration. Yesterday we discussed the fact that matter is not the basis of the universe. No, the basis of the universe, which is underlying everything, is energy. And energy is always in motion. So what we see as solid is actually an illusion because it's actually vibrating. Just like a strobe light flashing at high speed seems to be a steady light, but it's not. Just like the images you see on your TV screen or on your computer screen or on your smartphone screen appear to be steady, but they're not. They are flashing at a high rate of speed. They're vibrating, flickering. So our eyes perceive them as being steady because they're too fast for our eyes to break down and discern. The same situation exists when we look around our world. It seems to be solid and steady, but it is not. It's vibrating. But the vibrations are too fast for our eyes to break down and see. We can't see the vibrations. We only see steady, solid. But nothing is solid. And because nothing is solid, it can be moved. It can be changed. That's why there's this passage in the Bible, in the book of Mark, chapter 11, verses 22 to 24. And it says, "And Jesus answered them, 'Have faith in God. Truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be taken up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass, it will be done.' It will be done. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Please click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions. So please use the chat box. If you're watching YouTube, the chat box is on the right side of the screen. If you're looking at Facebook Live, the chat box is usually on the left, but sometimes it's on the bottom or wherever, depending on where Facebook wants to put it. But it's there. You just have to look for it. And remember, the thumbs up button is right below the video. So, what is important to remember in that passage that I just read to you from the book of Mark are the words, "does not doubt in his heart, does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass." Does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass. It will be done. It will be done. 99.9% of us have not attained that level of belief. Most of us still believes that what appears before us is solid and unchangeable. But, and I repeat, but, because you're here watching and listening to me, you're on the road to breaking through that oppressive conditioning that we've been subjected to all of our lives. And for centuries before that, we are not separate. We're not separate, powerless beings in a big, cruel, uncaring world. We are connected to each other and to the universe. And the universe is conscious. And the universe loves us. We are, each and every one of us, individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. Individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. It's important that our minds begin to adjust to that concept, that nothing is separate, that it is all connected. I told you earlier that the basis of everything is energy. Well, that isn't fully true. Yes, the basis of everything is energy, but the basis of energy is consciousness. Consciousness. There is a universal consciousness out of which everything is created. A universal consciousness out of which everything is created. Consciousness creates energy. Energy creates matter. Matter creates physical reality. But behind all of it is consciousness. God is consciousness. Consciousness is God. Infinite intelligence is consciousness. Consciousness is infinite intelligence. There is consciousness in everything. 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 I know that's a lot to wrap your head around, but unless you do, you will never be able to claim your full power. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. You are a center of consciousness. You are a center of consciousness. Therefore, consciousness responds to you. It responds to your thoughts. It responds to your words. That's why controlling your words and your thoughts is so critical. Remember, Jesus said in the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verses 10 to 11, "Hear and understand, not what goes into the mouth defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man." I know there are those of you who are turned off by certain words like God and Jesus, but I urge you to disconnect your disdain for those words. They are only words. What is critical is the message behind those words that I quote. There are those who do not believe that Jesus was the only Son of God, and you're right. He was not the only Son of God. The Son of God is a spiritual designation describing an expression of God that is in human form. God is also known as infinite intelligence. And in other words, what I'm talking about are spiritual beings. Spiritual beings are expressions of infinite intelligence. And guess what? You are a spiritual being living in a human body. You are basically spirit. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a spirit. Therefore, you too are the Son of God. You too are the Son of God. Each and every one of us is the Son of God. God is infinite intelligence, and you are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. I know I go on and on and on about that, but it is critical that concept break through your consciousness and into your subconscious so that you know without a doubt that you are the Son of infinite intelligence. Jesus was an exemplar. His job was to show you and me the way to the truth of our existence. Remember, he always urged us to have faith in ourselves. He told us that we too could do what he did and more besides. Was he lying to his foolish followers just to make them feel better about themselves? Or was he really trying to convey the truth that we are so much more, we are so much more powerful than we realize? We must break the chains that bind us to being powerless. We must break those chains that bind us to being powerless. We've been led to believe that we are powerless by those who wanted to control us. We've been led to believe that. Remember, I told you that in the year 325, the Emperor Constantine of Rome wanted certain things left out of the Bible or changed in the Bible to make it easier for him to control the people. So give yourselves a break. You are not alone. You are not separate. You are not insignificant. You are powerful. You are a powerful spiritual being who has been brainwashed and conditioned to waste and diminish your power because you never knew that you had that power. You never knew that your thoughts had power. You never knew that your words had power. So you tossed them about carelessly as if they were worthless trifles of no consequence. But they are not worthless trifles of no consequence. They are objects of power. Your thoughts and your words are objects of power. Are you beginning to get an inkling of an idea as to how powerful you really are? Are you? Let's talk more about it tomorrow. In the meantime, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing all of us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise, because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Please, click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, suggestions, experiences. So please use the comment section below the video and share it with me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind.